Goddamn, Sam.
Once you pass up the Georgia Brown, headed north, you in my house. I hope you wiped your feet before you came in. Show some respect. I drove to the fork in the road and went straight. They try their best to infuriate. I'm controlling my own state. The only thing that you can make me do is away.
Guns and contests, gun laws are the tips of praise for peace. It's the only solution without a peace. There is none. Blind necessity for family protection. Wait, put that down, my son. I mean, even moms use babies as bullets against daddies. Ain't that funny?
Yeah.
You see your child when I get more money. Reluctantly granted.
But look, so, nah, bro. So y'all like, know how like, we look like one of our parents and shit? Yeah. Like, which parents y'all look like? You look like your mom, you look like your daddy, y'all look like my dad. You just look like you. You ain't say that shit. You like, I don't look like neither one of them motherfuckers. I look like me. Well, people be telling me, they like, you look just like your dad. Now my father is a handsome, dark brown man with a walk that commands attention. And a smile that you can't help but mention when you speak of him. He walks with a dip, a swaggerish limp that you think just comes with his skin, but the truth is, he has an ankle that doesn't bend. Yeah. But he can still kick somebody's ass. Come on. My father is funny and has a contagiously hissing and hearty laugh. Depending on the joke, you'll either see his curly teeth or the back of his throat. People say that he looks like Bernie Mac and Cedric the Entertainer. But he makes faces like Ice Cube, so I consider him a real cool dude. And people say I look just like him. Yeah, okay. It's a fact that I can't forget for the life of me. I've heard it at least once a week for as long as I can remember, because sometimes when people say I look just like my dad, it's not just for our facial similarities, but rather my lack of femininity. Hell yeah! The next artist we got coming to the stage on the road to 100, and tonight he is on performance number 91. So I need y'all to clap your hands.
We a sad generation with a bunch of happy pictures. There's a lot of real niggas and a lot of bad bitches. Not a lot of good men or a lot of good women. Gotta break that cycle. Gotta free your mind. Pay attention. I be speaking from my soul. Let that pain tell that story. I was only 17 when they took me out my glory. Put them shackles on my wrist. Freedom no longer exists. In the cell with a nigga, gotta smell it, piss and shit, gotta bend over and cough, gotta shut up, boy, don't talk, gotta try to make it right when all this shit is all my fault, gotta fight a nigga just to call my mama on this phone. In the county by myself, I'm trying to fight my way back home. You don't know my pain, how it feel, seeing your homie die. Got evicted when we stayed on through it. Watch my mama cry. I've been through it. I lost my freedom way too many times. Nigga never had a penny, bust him out, he dropped it down.
Y'all to like really clap for her when she was rude.
This poem is called Her Story.
All right.
She will never get to tell her story. She will always feel insignificant. Because being a woman in this country is covering her up with euphemisms saying her truth never existed. It was just exaggerated. But I beg to differ. Because if I know what you were doing to me, that would explain my index finger pulling a trigger Caucasian or the black ignorant N-word. Man is what lies across lies, like his body lies, on top of something that was never consented to begin with.
Yes.
Her story would have started way back when all the kids had colored pens tracing lines and shapes. Boundaries of her box is what she knew. Nobody should say.
The next artist say yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all learn it. Show some love for yourselves. That was good. That was good. Proud of you. Next artist we got coming up to the stage. She gonna twerk. That's one thing about her. She gonna twerk. I know, right? You already know. She twerking right now.
All right, I'm gonna talk some shit before y'all acting like y'all need to go get the goddamn stick up y'all nose tomorrow. Okay.
My butt.
You acting like one of the goddamn symptoms. Fatigue. What the fuck? Give it up for yourselves if you're here. Because according to the CDC, your ass supposed to be inside. Bitches talking.
Out here being supportive of sex workers and keeping your pussy clean and shit. We love that. Keep your pH balanced. Wrap that shit up. Get tested regularly. How often should they get tested?
Every week.
How much fucking you doing that? Yeah. You really ready to be an next artist? Say hell yeah. Yeah. Okay, the next artist we got coming up to the stage. Listen, y'all gotta put all of the respect on her head. Because number one, she's top 10 in the world.
Okay, period.
Okay, right.
Okay.
What happened? What happened? Stop.
No, regular. I didn't tap out of you top water boys. Now I'm clean H2O. Meaning no $40 bitch can never catch on to this word precipitation flow. I'm free, baby. I can't believe I'm speaking this. I can't believe I'm speaking this blasphemy. They took a look at me. I grabbed the box line. I digested that case for the back at them. I know I'm divine. I can't believe I'm giving y'all this free game. It's almost like the soul. Free baby. For those of y'all who don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it simple anyway. You can just go ahead and call me free.k or free with the K is solid. Don't think too hard about it. You don't really do a broken head, you gonna look real out of pocket. Just stop it. Now, back to the real reason I'm here. I'm filling your stomach with a special K by entering the year I came to educate. Yo! Monotone. Leaving a sense of nothingness in your ears is like a puddle of water still, no ripples in my face. You can't know my mood is as if I took off and preached with me. My tool may seem neutral to you because it's a trinity problematic, purposely getting lost in semantics to the point that I've been told that I lack depth, but even the earth looks flat to those perceptions who can't comprehend all this expression. In this single dimension, I've never changed my angles because I'm fit in somebody's triangle or square. I'm not chasing points. Geometrically speaking, I'm lenient. The frequency that makes you listen. Flatline, singular character to the point of dominance or exclusion. My starship, it's only big enough for one. Filling the cosmos with muted tones and flesh-colored wanders, and Adam connected to life. Son, will never be allowed to make cops and robbers without becoming a suspect of a previous murder because he fits the description of a black male with a gun.
You better say that shit.
And my guard dogs will never be allowed to play house because society makes them thinking that 16 and pregnant makes them cool, and I don't want them growing up too fast. Kids nowadays don't even know how to be kids anymore. Just the other day, my 8-year-old and a cousin called me and said, "Hey, send this number. This is my new phone. I ain't get a phone till I was like 15. My nephew, he's 16, but he thinks just because he wears condoms that sex is safe. So I told him, just because you might not catch an STD, catch a fitness at a young age is just as worse. Accidents can still happen. My niece, she's 18 and still in high school, but she already thinks she's grown, but she live at home. But she thinks she's grown, but she live at home. I'ma just leave that alone. But kids, will never know the joy of winning a game of tic-tac-toe. Instead, they turned it into a hashtag
that I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. And I pour my heart into every line and spend minute after minute, hour after hour getting my words memorized. Close my eyes to visualize how every performance plays out. I pray my legs are strong enough to hold me up when the judges let their spades out. I'm hypnotized by my desire to spit rhymes. So I hit the stage with the intention of getting a rise out of the eyes that pierce my soul. My poem prizes, I share my story. This isn't scripted reality TV. This is me. There's no director to your cut, run it back this time. Reposition your head, there's no second chance to recreate it. Seeing this is a one-shot deal. I step in front of this mic and bare my soul. Hope that as my story unfolds, you won't grow bored and set your people my energy and match me. Know that this ain't easy. Create content for people to see through me. I'm playing Russian roulette at every venue. Every audience will respond the same. It feels like a bullet to the brain when I look up on the stage and the faces remain unchanged. Come on. But it's gonna be some shit.
Alright.
Okay? So go like this, then go like this. Then keep doing that. Clap your hands, feel the energy, and clap them up for DJ 2D.
It ain't no amount of marijuana smoke big enough to make it where I couldn't see through the schemes you shifted bucks. Say you bout that eye, but when laws cross the line, you won't hit them up. You ain't G, you's a flunky, but niggas trying to get rid of us. To keep, he don't give a fuck. But if I say turn the heat towards the beach, your big piece might as well be a clitoris. Well, you scared to go to jail, nigga? We going anyway. Don't tell me you scared to die, niggas dying every day. Like my cousin. Too busy drone rolling and poking folks pouring to realize NWO is not Hulk Hogan. It's every day and every way when folks is probing in your life. And you stay blow cause you grown with no control, but if I die tonight, I'ma die on the side of right. I was built for this kind of life, heart pounding like it's Ghana life. On purpose, live all kind of trife. I'm trying to live my Bible life, but keep my rifle right close to me in case they gon' slide tonight, cause it ain't gonna go like they thought. Oh, I'm surgical with it, bro. I'll put a hole in your heart, OC. I'm done talking, I'm not marching. Bitch, I'm sparking. AR's not broken, I'm all in. Got 3 seconds. Martin, Malcolm, and Nat. Turn it with the burner, hit your forehead like black. Remember me what I'm gonna be doing while you doing that. I know what you gonna be doing, looking for fix the flat for your hat. Poor ass nigga.
Now look, this next artist that I'm about.
I need y'all to close your eyes. Imagine yourself being a father. Picture that father, face to face with a boy that's molesting his 3-year-old daughter. Now before you decide at heart who's clearly at fault, let me show you the crime scene in thought. Dad cases the place. As he pulls the gun from his waist, the victim-to-be legs was a little impaired, muscles, missing brain signals because he was nervous and scared, apprehended though. That's why his lips are all bled. He got the knots in his head because Dad boxed him, then boxed him in the living room corner, whispered in his ear, I'ma touch you for every time you touch my daughter. I object, Your Honor. Order in the court. Motion sustained. Now in this scene, Pops must have lost perspective because he walked youngster outside after he had stripped him naked for his princess. Hell, heaven has to learn a lesson. He fantasized how he could grab the boy by his neck, squeeze him close to his chest, exchange that gun for a knife, and slowly stick it in his windpipe, fillet him from ear to ear, just to show God how to bless through sin by orchestrating the angels how to play the violin. How to orchestrate the angels, how to play the violin. Now I need y'all to open y'all eyes and imagine yourself now being that young boy. Now picture the boy nude outside with a barrel to his head. Can you see him now? Hey, can you see him now? Crying, kneeling, as though he was in prayer when a shot went off. It impaled his face, damaged his spine. He couldn't focus on God with a bullet stuck on his mind.
Right there. It's gonna be a whole vibe.
Yo.